So this was a build-around submission for a blue-white Magecraft deck to include the new card Illuminator Virtuoso, however this card is pronounced, Illuminator. So 1/1 with double strike that says when it becomes the target of a spell you control, it connives, means you draw a card and discard a card, and then if you discarded a spell this way, you get to get a 1/1 counter on it. Symmetry Sage is one of the cards that was buffed in Alchemy, so pretty powerful 1-drop that gives things base power 3. Homestead Courage plays twice to not only trigger our Magecraft cards multiple times, but it can trigger this text or Stormchaser Drake to draw extra cards. Then we got a couple of Puppet Stitchers as an extra threat here at the top end. So let's go ahead and pop on into some matches with this and see how this feels into the post SNC Alchemy format. Malevolent Hermit, for people talking about what Hermit we were talking about earlier. Travoli, thanks for these 16 months. Welcome back. I have 3 lands here rolled up, so Sejiri Shelter is a spell in this hand for sure. I know you haven't played this deck yet, but wouldn't my pet card work better here? Big Twitch chat energy. Morning, Jack. Well, chat, our opponent certainly isn't a coward. They are definitely here to block warriors. I attack and hope they block here. Yeah, I want to save it for defense. I think our deck's probably more favored as this game goes along, so I just want to get set up. My pet card's already here. It's Stormchaser Drake. Food. Does Show of Confidence trigger this for each of them? That's how that works, right? Man, I was really hoping to draw an untapped land there, chat. We would have gotten to Show of Confidence again. Well, Sage, we didn't. Am I okay trading Lightscribe for Werewolf Pack Leader? I don't think I am. Well, that's a good first game. Things you love to see. All right, Poppin' Stitcher is probably a little too slow on the draw. I think I want these stances and these absences. Maybe I want Portable Hold too. What are we trimming here? Storm cards are pretty good. They're not bad. Pretty not bad. We just send that one to the hole, right? This was a build-around submission for explicitly blue-white EMPJ. So the viewer requested this deck as presented. Come in for another land here. Alright, and then we'll pass the turn, letting Tovalar flip. And then we'll get to Valorous Stance it. I think is the play. Yeah, Styxian Veils here is kind of rough for us if they have it. Alright, perfect. And now we get to go ahead and Drake into Portable Hole. I think I actually treat these. Otherwise they get to draw a card. Alright, our opponent is no longer clueless. I was like, why didn't it pass? This is a spell that I couldn't cast in my head, Chip. Apologies, opponent. It's like a scarecrow. Absolutely smashing turn from our opponent here. Lord of the Ulvenwald here is going to go soaring back. Actually, if they attack with both, I can... Well, shoot. I was hoping they'd power up the Lord and I could stance it because it is trample, but I guess they wanted to get through my O3, makes sense. So, chance we're just dead here. Just too big to be able to knock out here. I think hoping they make a mistake there is our best chance to win. Because they go to power up the Lord, I can kill the Lord and then eat this in combat. Need to draw like our second Fateful Absence this turn, which is pretty unlikely. Hey Ziv, thanks for the half a year. Welcome back. I get another pump trigger this way, but it resets their 5/6 at least. Brick by Glorious Brick. Well, Stormchaser Drake is potentially the start of something. We like find a consider and then find our storm card we could pop off a little bit. Do we have a building permit for all these bricks? We do not. We played that on stream pretty recently, and Druid is pretty good. Check the historic playlist on the YouTube channel. Yeah, I thought brick houses were supposed to be good against wolves, chat. You're telling me my fairy tales lied to me as a child? Now, the one small upside here is our opponent's also just drawing all blanks, it would seem, so we got that going for us. And now I can block the Tenacious P and slip out the back. Opponent finally drew a spell as well, though, here. Alright, I think the line here is hope we draw a Valorous Stance, right? Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, lizard on a chair, take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, do 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 do, do 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 do. So you're saying there's a chance? Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Come on! Daddy needs to spell the targets. Daddy needs to spell the targets, chat. One spell that targets a creature, please. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Alright, is their ranger class going to pippity pop off? Alright, we tried, chat. I don't think I could have played that game better. We played to our outs and tried our best. Let's win game 3 on the play. Halfway is as far as we're gonna make it. They finally install the Streamer Luck Shuffler switch. I don't know about that. Am I supposed to wait till turn 3 to play this so I can hold up Slip Out the Back? I'm cantripping this Slip Out the Back here. So I was going to Stance plus Confidence to draw some cards and have a Vigilance Storko, but the Leonin Lightscribe will wait a turn now. Mutate turns has been good in Explorer. Yeah, that's definitely on the list of decks that I want to try when we get through viewer submissions. Yeah, That's the downside to this sequence. Maybe I'm supposed to wait on Lightscribe and just hold up Stance this turn, just like Portable Hole attack for 3. And it doesn't use almost, if you just go look at my historic list, it doesn't use almost any historic specific cards. And the deck's actually pretty bad in historic at the moment, specifically because of things like Unholy Heat that don't exist in Explorer. Yeah, and this is the toughest thing about playing decks like what we're playing, is my sequencing decisions early in this game definitely cost us against the removal spells. I'm like, I've run out of threats here, but I could have protected my threats better with the cards that I had if I would have sequenced better. Definitely a loss that was likely avoidable if I play this game better. I don't think there was anything I could do in the second game. We kind of just got because magic happens sometimes, but this game I definitely could have been safer with my Stormchaser Drake, and then we would have drawn a bunch of cards and popped off. My slip out the back use was super aggressive as well, likely needlessly. That being said, the top of the opponent's deck didn't do us any favors here. Nature very well, but probably could have won with better play. Yeah, my plan for Explorer, once we make it through all the viewer submissions from the Every Play promo, Lampton, is I just plan to go back through all those old historic decks that I like scrapped because historic became a pushed control shit show, and just try them in Explorer. I'm basically just gonna go through all the old historic decks on my website and port them all to Explorer. Like I said this last week, but I genuinely would not be surprised if Explorer is the most popular content and the one we most commonly play on this channel here in a month. Definitely a lot of potential there, it feels like. Yeah, there's a few gems in Historic. Like the Red-Black Arcanist deck, I like in Historic. Blue-Black Control is one I want to poke at again. It's definitely, that format's very difficult to brew in. What's going on, Roth? Thanks for the 46 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it. We're all dressed up with nowhere to go, chat. Big wrong half problems energy here. All of these payoffs and no enables. I would like to attack for 9, please. Welcome to Operation Chump Block, Population U opponent. Alright, let's draw our Sejiri Shelter for lethal here. Rats, never lucky. Like, that game alone really hammers home how much more playable this card is with the buff. Like, we don't, like, this game is like, we're not winning this game, like, at all from this spot if it was only 2, right? Am I changing anything? This might just be a click submit game until we see what they're doing. Do I just, like, assume they're on a bunch of discard spells and play Orvar? I don't know if I want to board this in proactively. We didn't see a lot of their deck. It might just be... whenever you're uncertain how to sideboard and you're a proactive deck like we are, less is more, and just clicking submit is usually the safe play to go. Yeah, I could see, like, a couple of Spell Pierces in the dark, just because they probably have meat hooks and other targets for it. Maybe Stance probably doesn't hit a lot, actually. Let's do that. This is probably just, like, a cheaper Valorous Stance for protecting my stuff. Yes! Yeah, this deck casts Orvar and uses its text. Better than most. I think this is the one I want to die the most. Hey, welcome back, Dr. Brouhaha. Appreciate the support. Scale of 1 to dead, what are we working with here? I'm happy with that trade, opponent. That's why I offered it. Well, I don't know that they're really a control deck is the thing, just a victim. So you're right, our deck doesn't want to go long against control, but like, Tenacious Underdog isn't really a control card, right? Seems like they're more red-black mid-range. think we play out these two. I don't think I can I want a Stormchaser and Virtuoso, but then they could meat hook me for one and make me just incredibly sad, so I don't think I could do that. Well, the tank here hopefully means we're not getting land meat hooked, because that would be a snap play, right? For most people. Hey, Dig, thank you for the 50 months. Welcome back. It's a long time. I appreciate it. I want an untapped lands here. Alright, now I no longer want the lands. We're just gonna do this. I want to show up confidence here. Crack you for 10, get my creature solidly out of Meat Hook Massacre range. Consider this my show of confidence. Welcome back, Panzer. Happy Monday. Big boy shit. What does this attack mean? What punishes this block? I have double strike. Right? Ray of Enfeeblement. Alright, I'm gonna no blocks on Ray of Enfeeblement. Well, so if they Ray of Enfeeblement our creatures trade, chat. So that would be a 1/1 double strike blocking their 3/2. They could want it to die, but I also, like, don't really care about the 3 damage I'm taking. So again, I just want to think about, okay, what punishes me here? Is it worth playing around? And in this instance, Ray of Enfeeblement is a card that punishes me, and yes, I think it's worth playing around. That's how you want to go through those permutations. The 3 life ultimately doesn't really matter here. Hoping to draw any instant or sorcery that targets or things next turn so we can get a little show of confidence going here and generate some card velocity. No blocks, gonna eat. Alright, so they're dead. Oh man. That was gonna be like a 26er. Could be a real big boy shit. Yeah, impressive showing for Virtuoso there, for sure. The card this deck was built around. Think our acceleration is integral to our velocity. You can see it derived from our position. At first, I thought that was a corporate buzzword joke, Steve, but by the time I reached the end, I realized it was calculus references. How much of corporate buzzwords is derived from math jargon? Non-zero amount? Good chunk of it. Lots, I think, is the answer. Is agile a term somewhere in mathematics? I don't think so, right? Let me rack my brain. Do we down pair to bronze? Oh yeah, our opponent has a 153 card deck, chat. That's probably just not necessary in Historic Lambton. I mean, Shan, if we don't draw any instants or sorceries here, we legitimately lose this game. Ooh. Ruh-roh, Raggy. I mean, our flashback spell, we could kill them next turn. My body is ready to get blown out by a Give Trample combat trick. How do I feel about Slip Out the Back? Yeah, I mean, Potion on A9 leans into what that character is really good at, which is bullying people early, right? You, like, live forever in path, essentially. And we've had one instant and sorcery in 15 cards yet. They're dead if we attack with everything, right? They block here, they take lethal. Their deck seems to be built around powering up a single threat, so I'm going to bring in some extra removal spells for that threat. Plays a lot like Delver. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I saw they buffed Moonboy. I like that did they make the Lee Sin deck worse with the change to Gift of whatever it's called, not being able to pull out the Dragon Dorko? You love things you love to hear, Precipic. Things you love to hear. Yeah, Magic's pretty busy at the moment with the new set release and format, but we're gonna poke over and check it at some point. We'll see. I wonder if I've seen this happen before with down pairs. I wonder if our opponent joined the best of 3 queue by mistake and doesn't realize there's another game and they like close their app after losing the first game. Could definitely be what's happening here. All right, we have an opponent. It just had something come up. That happens. Life intervenes on card games on occasion. No harm, no foul. Someone who's had to dash away from his gaming device on more than one occasion to address a child. I empathize. That could be it too. Their client could have crashed. Wonderful Magic Arena things. Hey Steve, are you uniting this afternoon, by the way? Since you're here. Sweet. You have a group or you want a duo? Sweet. You're feeling murder kid again. All right, I'll play a real character and carry. It's fine. You've carried many of my mediocre character selections. Are you playing it in path and attack weight stacking, or are you playing it center? Path and stacking, perfect. I agree with that assessment, so I'm glad you feel the same. I think it's plenty playable if you like it, but yeah, it's not quite powerful enough to take that largest role. At some point, chat, I'm gonna draw. Gets 1/1 and gains flying. That's fine, right? I have a blocker. At some point, we're gonna draw an instant or sorcery. It's gonna be glorious. I think I wait, right? I think we're chilling. This card's very silly when it sits in play. We're a bully, chat. I won't lie to you, chat. Big bully energy. We were 2 damage short of a nice number. Question for people that are, while we sit in the queue here, has anybody in chat been playing the new constructed events that you collect the play point style things in? How have the queue times been for those, if so? Have you been readily finding matches? Have you been waiting a bit? Are you playing best of 1 or best of 3? I haven't ventured outside of the ladder yet, because we're not back to Mythic yet for the season, but I might do some of those at some point to see how they feel. The best of 1 Explorer events have had 1 to 5 second queues. Okay. It doesn't surprise me that best of 1 pops really quick. You played Historic over the weekend, and the best of 1 queue was fast, and the best of 3 queue is very slow. Okay. Yeah, Smith. I think that's actually one of the things, and one of the things Pokemon Unite has done well, and one of the reasons why it has the chance to like stand out in the genre a little bit, is it feels like a lot of the other not League of Legends, not Dota MOBAs basically tried to clone a significant amount of League/Dota. And it feels like Unite did a ton of things to like meaningfully innovate in the genre. Where, like, it's obviously still the same type of game, but the actual gameplay is very different in a lot of meaningful ways. Which is great. Yeah, it has a very unique feel. Like, it's the same style of game, undoubtedly. Your wife is always on the Switch. Listen, I'm not saying Pokemon Unite is the reason my house became a 3-Switch household, but it's definitely the reason my house became a 3-Switch household. Alright, I'm gonna lead on Lightscribe here. Not only do we have a second, but I want to play Stormchaser Drake and then Homestead Courage it right away so we can draw a card. Drop it like it's hot. So go ahead and cantrip this, which feels good.
You will serve me well.
This Jwari Disruption is likely to do anything. They're gonna have like up to 6 mana this turn. We could get them on like a double 3 spell.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
What's going on, Greeter? Thanks for the almost 2 years. Welcome back. We're dead at this point. Alright, so Valorous Stance is not good here. They don't have creatures it kills. They have mostly exile removal. Portable Hole and Faithful Absence seem appealing. Poppet Stitcher's been really underwhelming so far in this set. Without other ways to make tokens, this card's probably not very good. I think I might replace it in the main deck. And I want Spell Pierce. Just click submit like this. Plan getting Switch Sports. Maybe. I was thinking about getting a new TV for the basement sometime soon, and Switch Sports sounds like a good way to accelerate that process. You just greed and keep all the spells here. Any straight up cantrips in Alchemy? No, not really. Same as standard for the most part, for instance. It's for the follow mug. Welcome to the channel. I want to prioritize playing this out last because I want it to live the most. All the mainline Pokemon games are basically like entry-level titles, Bib. I hadn't played a mainline Pokemon game since Crystal back in the day, and I enjoyed Sword and Shield. I've not played whatever the new one is, though, that they changed the formula on. So, what zone are you run around and actually like catch things in the wild? Yeah, Arceus was different. Man. Oh, we're one short. This only copies for instants and sorceries you played before it, so quite full storm. Or double striker, get -4 attack instead. At least we didn't get meat hooked. I'm gonna decline attacking into an Emperor here.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it. Keep watch for intruders. I have got new moves to teach you.
Emo music, Andrew. Why would you think I would have any interest in that? For those of you that are newer to the channel, chat, Andrew there is my buddy Mike, who used to travel to paper magic events with me back in the day. And I believe at one point he referred to the music playlist that I ran while driving to tournaments 6 hours away as the I never got invited to prom playlist. He was a good friend who was very nice to me. The board's just kind of gummed up at this point, huh? I guess, would I rather kill the Loth or the Emperor? Probably the Loth. And I don't think we have a good way to cut through at this point is the problem.
Pity our time is over.
A couple of jump blocks.
Remember your training.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good at this point. Our deck did not feel particularly good into our opponent's plethora of interaction there. Oh, I wanna cut the, what's it called? The 2/2 token maker. Yeah. I mean, we did basically play a ranked match against Sparky. I just put a couple of spell pierces in the main. It's probably fine, huh? Trading a threat, an expensive threat for a cheap perspective. protection spell. It's like similar impacts. A cheap protection spell will save one of our other threats, most likely at some point. We can add Luris as our companion, yep. I think that's actually been the most annoying part about Alchemy existing, is the number of suggestions you get for adding historic legal cards to your Alchemy decks from people that don't realize Alchemy's not historic is very high. But the second Lightscribe drawn, I'm just going to go ahead and play out the first one here. If I hadn't drawn this second, I think we probably would have waited until we could hold up Slip Out the Back. Crunch. Are they dead? So I slip out the back this. Yeah, they're dead, right? Very, very dead. Thanks for almost 3 years, Ozzy. Welcome back. Slip that one there. Get it. Slip it out. Bye, Felicia. That was a turn 4 kill. We only had 3 lands, but it was turn 4. Taking Back Sunday, My Chemical Romance, Hawthorne Height. You're missing some Simple Plan in there. It has a lot of, is that the band I'm thinking of? I think Simple Plan sounds right. As an Alchemy deck, you can always know what format we're playing here by looking at what letter is in parentheses at the start of my deck names, Chip. Definitely a lot of Linkin Park. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh yeah, that's the one. I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. Listen, chat, when you're a kid, everything is the worst thing that's ever happened to you because not a lot of things have happened to you. Yes, definitely Blink and Evanescence. The Offspring, you're gonna go far, kid. I know I play an angry old man on television, chat, but I am only the ripe old age of 31. Every child that you have visibly ages you by a decade, so it's not my fault. Flip out the back is fantastic. Use that to protect our threat here. Excuse me? I'm sorry, what? Our talents have been tested, chat. That's fine. We're gonna have close to lethal this turn anyways. Wait, is that Bearscape artwork real? I assumed that Bearscape artwork was a fan piece when it came across my Twitter timeline. We'll pull these up on stream here in a second. Are they dead? Or one short, champ? It's actually fantastic. Where's the Bearscape in? I thought the Bearscape artwork was too fantastic to be a real card. That's great. There's a lot of good ones in here. Honestly, chat, you want my blistering hot take? My blisteringly hot take, chat. The addition of secret layers is one of the best things that has ever happened to Magic the Gathering. There's so many salty monsters over this series, but they are easily the least predatory way to buy Magic cards from Wizards, being able to buy specific cards for a set price. Yeah, you know exactly what you're getting for how much you're spending directly from Wizards. They have a bunch of fantastic different artworks like this, whether it's a fantastic theme like this one, or it's, you know, artists just getting to kind of go nuts with what they want to do. Like, I really love the series. All right, let's play one more Magecraft one here, huh? And we'll slide along to some Explorer. Also, yeah, chat, that secret layer is gonna piss off a lot of neckbeards. It'll be wonderful. Remember, if you're having issues with geolocked pages, our wonderful sponsor, NordVPN, would love to help you out. You can learn more by using our link, nordvpn.com/Jeff Hoagland. That would be weird if it was geolocked in certain countries, though. Sometimes Wizards' website has caching issues, like on ban list update days. Like some people will be able to load the articles and some won't. It's probably just a bad technology thing more so than a geolock thing, if I had to venture a guess. It's geolocked in Brazil. That's interesting. Oh, all secret layers are geolocked there. Okay. It's weird. Like, I could see not selling secret layers to certain countries because of importing stuff, but like, it's weird to not let the page load there. I feel like that's what you gotta be like, oh, BT dubs, we don't sell these here, but they exist. It's weird to like kind of block out the fact that they exist. I think this is a spell. And with the Considered run, I'm gonna wait till turn 3 to play this so I can Homestead Courage it right away and draw a card. I think trying to ensure that I can trip with this before it gets killed is valuable. Symmetry Sage. So yeah, the Symmetry Sage technically adds 1 power to the Drake here. Yes, that. It's not that I would say there are a lot of bigots in the Magic community so much as I would say there's a lot of people who are bigots, and Magic the Gathering is a large IP that brings in a lot of people. People are the worst, chat. So our opponent's like playing some kind of control deck. I'm gonna bring in Negate and cut these Valorous Stance, I guess. Click submit. Try and get a little bit more information on what they're doing before we make too many changes. Again, when you're playing a proactive deck like we're playing, less is more. Feel like it's only fair to say the fact that Bearscape didn't get an arena sleeve means that Wizards can't block Warriors. Definitely big coward energy. Spell Pierce and slip out the back held up here. Let this resolve and then slip whoever they target out the back. So if I Homestead Courage this twice, it will be a 5/5. Okay. This'll make it a 7/7. And then if I draw a land, it can be a 9/9, and I have lethal. So we get 2 shots at untapped lands. I mean, untapped white. Rats, never lucky. If we would have found the untapped white, Homestead Courage is lethal on the Virtuoso. Now we could get swept and then be in a bad spot. Creature land's a nice pickup since they're at 3. But there's definitely a deck I want to poke in and explore at some point. There was a turn where I chose to slip out the back instead of spell piercing, and that might have been wrong. Since spell pierce draws dead as we go later, like we're seeing here. Okay, rewarded. Both another creature land and a 6th land to activate this. Yeah, their 1 life off of their lands has been super relevant, for sure. They have a removal spell. We're in trouble here. If they have nothing, they're dead. They have 2 cards, though. Okay. Close game. Their lands gained them 3 life this game. Yep. Sure have. Hold on to this. There's technically connive cards in my deck. This 4/4 lines up so well into my cave. Yeah, wow. Alright, we're going to game 3. Yeah, my choice to slip out the back instead of spell pierce on turn 3 ultimately lost us that. If I sequence those in the other order, I think we win. Celium Dad, thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. I also kind of tried to go for a turn 4 kill that I didn't have to go for the sake of it. And if I hold up a counterspell that turn, we probably also win. So I took some risks for the sake of content there as well. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. That's my story. Do, 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 do. Hey, thanks for the over 3 years flight forward. I'm hoping us chill here doing 3 decks a day. Please cast a removal spell. Thank you. Alright, so they're dead next turn, right? This makes it 5, this makes it 9. Double strike's a heck of a keyword, shit. Let's crack you for 26 on turn 4. Not bad. .gpg. And that included counterspelling a piece of interaction, right? Almost didn't need the double strike. Just grew right on up there. Our deck made it back to home, chat. The Diamond 4 rank floor. The question that's gonna get asked both just now in chat and in the future on the YouTube video, this deck does not port to standard. Symmetry Sage is much more powerful in this format, and there isn't just another good replacement threat for it. This deck's already, like, these are like the only 4 playable kind of cards in these spots, and this card being an 0-2 giving 2 power is so much worse than an 0-3 giving 3 power. A number of the games we lost in that set were to just, like, not playing conservatively enough, like tapping out and pushing it in spots and then getting punished. So, like, and the option, when you have the option to hold up protection spells in a lot of spot, it's frequently right to do that. Our deck is rather threat light overall, so prioritizing keeping your threats that you draw alive for longer has a lot of value, and you'll hopefully win more games when you do that. Overall, I don't think this deck's gonna crack the format in half by any means. It was a ton of fun, and it felt powerful when we got to go off for sure. Had a couple of really big turn 4 kills that set.